If you're running meta ads and aren't sure whether to force spend on a temporary seasonal campaign like Father's Day, July 4th, or even Black Friday, listen in. I have a rule of thumb that will make this decision easy. The algorithm is a lot like the human brain. Before we get into the technical weeds of meta, let's think about how learning works. Imagine you are trying to learn how to jump rope for the first time. Initially, you are quite poor at it. You trip, you make mistakes, and it requires a ton of effort. It is a highly inefficient process, but as you get in your reps and you learn, you grow and become incredibly efficient at it. Eventually, bolting on that new skill actually could improve your overall fitness in everyday life, but it takes energy up front. Meta's algorithm operates the exact same way. To learn how to handle a new variable, in this case a brand new seasonal campaign and ads, the algorithm must go through a period of inefficiency called the learning phase. The reason Meta is so incredibly powerful for scaling brands is it's extremely efficient, which is built on historical data. Ads and campaigns that have run for a long time, have a large spend, and possess massive amounts of data will almost certainly outperform brand new ads, at least initially. By introducing seasonal ads into an existing evergreen campaign, you allow Meta to dynamically allocate an experimental budget. But this is introducing into an evergreen campaign. This does not guarantee spend and you have to pause them. However, when you launch a brand new standalone seasonal campaign, you are essentially overriding the algorithm. You are forcing a set dollar amount to be spent on an experimental campaign that will only run temporarily before you pause. So the big question is, should you lean into your historically high-performing evergreen baseline, or should you take the initial efficiency hit to learn the new seasonal task? Just like the jump rope analogy, it is only valuable to push through the initial inefficiency if the end result pays off better than your current baseline. I will only introduce and force budget onto a seasonal campaign if it meets two distinct criteria. One, I can exit the learning phase. I need to know that I can have a budget that will push past 50 purchases through that specific campaign. Two, I have high conviction. I must have a strong opinion that the seasonality aspect will bring a much higher intent and have a more meaningful impact on our customer than our evergreen baseline. In reality, keep in mind that the decision is highly dictated by your budget limitations. Let's say your target cost per purchase is $20. To get those 50 purchases and exit the learning phase, you have to spend a premium on those initial purchases. You are paying a learning tax. That tax is perfectly fine, assuming that once you exit the learning phase, the seasonal intent takes over and you start to get significantly better, cheaper results from that temporary campaign. If you do not have the budget to confidently push through the inefficiency, you're better off letting your evergreen campaign do the heavy lifting. Thanks for listening. I'm Connor Welch, founder of Welch Digital Marketing. We help 10 e-commerce brands scale through Meta, Google, and TikTok ads. Message me to get on our wait list. Thank you.